Raizo. Spoilers. One Piece chapter 1046, Raizo. Now I know a lot of people are lukewarm on this chapter for obvious reasons. As someone who hasn't really enjoyed a lot of Onigashima in the raid, I kinda liked it, and I'll explain why. So first off, I have always had a soft spot for very ugly characters who are nonetheless taken seriously. Usopp's my favorite character in One Piece. And I do like Raizo. Raizo is safe is probably my favorite moment in post-time skip One Piece. So as other people have pointed out, this chapter obviously pays that forward, but I think it also pays forward a less obvious element of that reveal from back then. If you remember back to that moment in Zou, Usopp was probably the most affected by that whole reveal. Marched forward angrily demanding to know why they didn't just give him up because their people were massacred and their place was destroyed. However, Usopp was clearly very moved by that promise. I mean, he was in tears in that moment. So now Usopp is trying to put out the fire with his plant abilities, and Giraffe Guy is telling him, it's a waste of your energy. And Usopp says, I made a promise to Izo. And yeah, Usopp promised Izo he would get the other scabbards to safety. So Usopp has been very profoundly moved by the concept of keeping promises, especially when it matters. I really like this moment for him. Another moment I really liked was Raizo and Jinbei talking. Raizo says, thank you, Jinbei, for trusting me. Jinbei says, my captain trusts you, so how could I not? One thing that I've heard said, and that I myself have said and taken issue with throughout post-time skip One Piece, is that with all these side characters, Law and Kid, and all the stuff that's going on, Kinemon, we don't see quite as much of interaction between the Straw Hats as we used to. And it feels now more like, instead of getting individual moments with Nami or Chopper or like Frankie or Brook, we get a lot of moments where the crew, the Straw Hat crew as a unit, now acts kind of as one character interacting with all these other major players. And I haven't really liked that, but this chapter actually kind of helped me understand how that might have some merit to it. Luffy up top fighting Kaido. Kaido says, your friends down below are gonna be burned. And Luffy, and I've always loved this about Luffy, he said, I trust those guys to take care of it. All I have to worry about is beating you. It goes both ways. Luffy has unshakable faith in his crew, and his crew thus has unshakable faith in his judgment. And that kind of ties this whole chapter together. Jinbei trusts Raizo. Raizo says, right back at you, I trust you wholeheartedly too. Usopp is going to fulfill his promise to Izo. Usopp, he's the coward usually, and he's by himself in Onigashima in deep enemy territory with the strongest crew currently that we know of in the world. Usopp is there by himself. He's sticking around in a dangerous situation to fulfill his promise to someone. And Luffy trusts Usopp. He trusts all of them. So that's what I liked about this chapter. It wasn't so much that, oh, yay, they stopped the fire, because no one reading One Piece in the middle of this climactic final battle between Luffy and one of the 4 emperors of the sea thought that the thing that was going to stop them from winning would be a fire. Like, oh, we would have won, but the fire burned us too much. It was too hot, so we lost to the Emperor. No, that's not going to be the reason. No one thought that was going to be the reason. So the fire didn't really have that kind of dramatic impact, but I think what it was meant to do was kind of allow for opportunities to show these dynamics with the crew, and it's storytelling moments. It's showing how Raizo has developed, how Usopp has developed, and once again showcasing Luffy's faith in his crew and their faith in him. Also, Luffy grabbed a lightning bolt.